When it comes to a solo 401k, like the Bible, it all comes down to the document. So the solo 401k, basically the power you have within your solo 401k, what you can and cannot do, whether it's contributions, investment, everything comes down to the document, just like the Bible. When you open the Bible, that's the law. When you open your solo 401k, that's the law for you with respect to your solo 401k. So if you go to a traditional bank or financial institution, they'll probably give you a solo K for free, but you're going to be limited to buying their investments, and you're probably going to be limited to just making pre-tax contributions, probably not even Roth, no loan feature, and definitely no after-tax contributions. So if you are interested in doing after-tax contributions, which I think is a great strategy, and I wish more people kind of understood, you have to make sure your plan documents allow for it. You know, IRA Financial, our documents allow for it, so that's good. And I think more people would do it if they had the right documents that offer the after-tax benefit. So what is an after-tax contribution? You would think an after-tax contribution doesn't sound so attractive because you don't get the tax deduction like a pre-tax 401k, and it's not a Roth like an after-tax. So what's so good about the after-tax? Well, the after-tax in the 401k has some benefits because under 2014-54, notice 2014-54, what happened is it gave the power for someone to do an after-tax contribution dollar for dollar up to 54 or 55,000 this year and 61 next year, okay, without having to do employee deferral of 18.5 or 24.5 or the profit sharing of 20 or 25%. It lets you go dollar for dollar up to 55 or 61,000 and then immediately convert to Roth and go to a Roth IRA. So because after-tax contributions are not limited to the employee deferral or the profit sharing limits of the plan, you literally can go dollar for dollar and make the contribution and then convert it to Roth and go to a Roth IRA. Prior to the notice, it just wasn't possible because you had to do a pro rata conversion, and it became very complicated and you weren't going to get the full benefit of the conversion. But notice 2014-54 allowed you to do a dollar for dollar contribution and immediately convert to Roth, and without the triggering event, now you can just go to a Roth IRA. Super, super attractive. So for example, let's say you made 60,000 bucks, okay? If your plan just allowed for pre-tax and you're under 50, all you'd be able to do is 18,500 plus, let's say, 20% of 60 or 12,000 plus the 18.5, giving you 30,500. If you have after-tax contribution option in your plan, that option's there, you can go $55,000 straight up, okay? So, and then you can convert to Roth, and now you just made a $55,000 Roth contribution, and you can move it into a Roth IRA. So you're able to contribute $55,000 into a Roth, so you supercharge a Roth, and you only made $60,000. Whereas if you just did a regular solo 401k without the after-tax contribution benefit, you'd only be able to do the 18.5 plus the 20%. If you're over 50, 24.5 plus the 20%. So going dollar for dollar and converting to Roth is super, super, super attractive if you're like me and love the Roth. Again, the Roth is, you don't get that tax deduction up front, but if you're over 59.5, the Roth's been open 5 years, all the income tax is tax-free forever. You don't have to pay tax on any of the distributions. So I'm a big Roth fan. I feel like I can do way better on all my investment income and growth tax-free than taking a tax deduction up front. Sure, the tax deduction up front will benefit me. I will be able to lower my tax liability, but I think I can do better by just having that money work for me over the next 20, 30, or 40 years tax-free. So again, if your plan documents allow for it, 2014-54 will let you do after tax and then convert to Roth and move to a Roth IRA. No need for a triggering event. You do that for 4 or 5 years, you'll have over a couple $1 million in a Roth IRA before you know it. It's awesome. I would do it if I could. Unfortunately, it works best in a solo K. If you have a 401k plan for an employer, you have to unfortunately run anti-discrimination and ADP, ACP testing. And if you're one of the few people that are doing after-tax contributions, you'll fail those tests and then you won't be able to do what you want to do anyways. And that's part of the whole 401k ERISA rules. But if you're in a solo K, you're not subject to ERISA. You don't have to worry about ADP, ACP testing. Since you're really probably the only one involved, you're not going to fail that test. even if you do the test, you're not going to fail it because you're the only one doing it, and it's 100% participation. So you go dollar for dollar after tax, convert to Roth. Now, if you love pre-tax because you want to get the deduction, after-tax contribution strategy is not going to help you. But for everyone else, it's a win-win. If you love Roth the way I do, if I was self-employed, I would be doing this every year. I would have literally $5-6 million in my 401k when I retired. But it is what it is. But anyone who is in a solo 401k or is eligible, your documents don't allow for it, let us know. Check us out at the IRS Center. Contact us. We'll get you the right documents so you can take advantage of the strategy and hit grand slams every year with maxing out on the after-tax contribution Roth strategy.